There are so many reasons that I collect these little retro emulation consoles over using my gaming PC, which I do in fact use my gaming PC for certain consoles, platforms, but it is not the same as having a retro emulation console that looks like a Nintendo 64, looks like a Super Nintendo, looks like a Sega Genesis, looks like all of these other consoles that you grew up with that bring back nostalgic memories just by simply looking at them. That does not happen when you're playing these video games on a computer. Secondly, let's address the most obvious elephant in the room for people that actually value their time, okay? Setting these drives up that you see, like the 12 terabyte Kinhang drive that we've made videos on the past couple of uploads, which if you have not seen those, you can go and browse. Dude, listen, setting these things up would take hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of hours just to set up a single console. This right here, this is called Launchbox. This literally does everything for you. You get your ROMs, you import them into the Launchbox interface, and then you just have it scrape the internet to install the video game box art. But this is not the same in comparison to what you see with the little retro emulation consoles. You see, I'm just scrolling through the box art right now, but you're looking at a dirt cheap $100 Kinhang console that probably took them at least 500 hours to set up. This is not an exaggeration. When you're scrolling through these games, how long do you think it took just for these people to download the videos to show you which game you are playing, let alone actually organizing every single one of those videos, let alone actually downloading all of the box art, let alone actually getting the description and inputting the description, let alone actually finding the developer, the release date, and all of this kind of stuff, dude. This takes a very long time.
And to all the geniuses that don't know about game mode on your TV, if you're experiencing lag with any of these consoles, genius, enable game mode on your TV or buy a gaming monitor. Genius. Okay? None of them lag.
Let me introduce you to this thing right here. This right here, $30. $30. It is a little HDMI stick that comes with 2 controllers. 30 bucks. $30. This runs every console up to the PS1. 30 bucks. 30. Plays everything up to the PS1. I have a little console that has a Nintendo 64. I have a Nintendo 64 controller. I have this little Android controller for my phone that I can plug my phone into if I want to play some stuff on my phone. I have the 12 terabyte Kinhang drive right here. I have my little RG355 little Game Boy Advance right here. I have the Kinhang X5 Pro plugged in over there because I was making a video for you. And then I also have there's a little Kinhang Android box. It's a little Kinhang $100 Android box, which you're probably seeing in the background of this video right now. So you get my point, dude. And then I have this is like a little, a Miu Mini. It's like a little teeny tiny Game Boy. All right. Then I have this cheap little $30 HDMI stick. Dude, none of them lag. Okay. So to the people that say they're lagging, I have a Nintendo console in one of my rooms. So listen, I collect these because of nostalgia. I collect these because of memories. I collect these because, listen, I'm about to say something that I've wanted to say this entire video, and it is going to come across extremely disrespectful to all the people that are leaving these stupid, ignorant comments. If all you want to do is get home from work, drink beer, get high, and forget about your entire life by playing a video game, by all means, you go ahead and download a bunch of ROMs and launch emulators on your computer so that you can play games and just forget about the life that you're living. You go ahead and do that. That is not why I emulate games. That is not why I play video games. I like my life, okay? So what I do is, one, I value my time. I'm running 5 different YouTube channels. I'm running a PC business, and I'm also using the money that I make through all of this to live an enjoyable life that I want to live, okay? I do not feel like wasting thousands of hours sitting here in front of my computer, downloading a bunch of videos, downloading a bunch of ROMs, downloading a bunch of box art, setting things up in either Retrobat, Emulate, Launchbox, Big Box, or whatever platform. Or if you just have tens of thousands of hours, each one of these, okay? That is why I do not do this myself, okay? And as far as the other question on why I have the dedicated mini PC over there is because, look, man, I make my living working right here using that computer over there. I am not willing to risk the amount of money that I make because I want to play a few games. I've been there and I've done that. I've had computers that have been infected with viruses and malware before, and I will never go through that again, okay? I've had my YouTube channels hacked before, and I did not have the ability to get access to my channels, okay? Never again in my life do I want to go through that experience, especially right now with where I'm at, okay? So that is why I do not use my own dedicated computer for this stuff, is because I am not willing to risk that kind of stuff. But these things make me happy. These things bring joy to my life. They bring back memories and that nostalgic feeling of my childhood. So that is why I collect these things. There are some genuine questions that I wanted to answer in this video, which I did, but then there are some really stupid, ignorant, just most obvious common sense questions that are just, I can't tell if the people are trolling and just trying to irritate me, or if they are genuinely asking why I don't set this stuff up myself. I call it common sense just by looking at what is on these drives, that it takes a very long time to set this up. The 12 terabyte drive, I'm going to be honest with you, I very rarely play any video games on that. The main thing I use that 12 terabyte drive for is to simply browse through everything. That is literally what I use that drive for more than anything, is to just browse through the games, because that experience in itself, just like seeing, oh, hey, cool, look at this game. What is that game? Oh, nice. It literally has gameplay of the game. So now I don't have to go search YouTube for that video game, or I don't have to search for the metadata on that video game, or the publisher of that video game, or the release date of this video game. It's like, it's all right there in front of your face for every single game on every single console, plus all of the ROM hacks that are on these things. And the 12 terabyte Kinhake drive literally has gameplay of all these ROM hacks as well. So yeah, dude, hopefully that answers your question. I'm definitely going to edit this down. This video didn't need to be 30 minutes long, but that's really the main reason, dude, on why I collect these little retro video game consoles, is because looking at whatever console it is I want to play and holding that controller, a Nintendo controller, Super Nintendo controller, Sega Genesis controller, Nintendo 64 controller, PlayStation controller, PlayStation 2 controller. You get my point. Like, having the console there, having the controller in your hands, it brings back a nostalgic feeling and memory that sitting here in front of my computer and double clicking a little icon, launching a video game, that is not, it doesn't bring back that same experience. A great example of this is PC versus console, modern. Like playing video games on a PlayStation 5 versus launching Steam on a PC, totally different experience. Just that, dude, that is a great example of this, let alone people that are buying these things for memories. And then the other question, which I just call common sense, is why I don't set this stuff up myself, is because I'm not willing to spend thousands of hours downloading videos, downloading box art, downloading ROMs, organizing everything, putting stuff into the launchers that I want and organizing it, getting all the metadata and putting that in myself. I'm not willing to spend thousands of hours. And if you have thousands of hours to do that and you don't value your time whatsoever, and you just seemingly have infinite hours to do anything and everything that you want, you by all means can go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.